Thank you for having me here again tonight, and thank you all for coming. I'd like to thank Kathy's relatives who are here, her sister Mary Ellen, her husband George, and her brother-in-law Mike, and her, I can't remember all your names, your Fidelity family. I'll have to work on that over the year. So thank you all for coming tonight. We certainly appreciate it. I feel very honored to introduce Kathy. Kathy is a leader who has a unique combination of incredible integrity, smarts, vision, wisdom, common sense, and for me, most importantly, a great sense of Irish humor. I'm fortunate to know her and can't imagine anyone more deserving of a person to receive this honor tonight. And I say that as the person who received it last year, and I can tell you that the standards have been risen. Thank the Lord. They say there are three things you need to succeed: a wishbone, a funny bone, and a backbone. And Kathy has all of those, particularly the backbone, which a lot of people unfortunately don't have in this day and age. Let's talk a little bit about Kathy's success. Patricia said most of what I'm going to say, but I'm going to repeat myself since this is what I wrote down, Patricia. Kathy is an incredibly successful woman. She's the president of Fidelity Personal Investments. She has a responsibility for close to $3 trillion in assets, 19 million customers, 16,000 employees. Fidelity is the United States' #1 provider of individual retirement accounts. I mean, oh my gosh, you talk about success. Half of us probably couldn't even write those numbers down. Kathy's background that I've read about is Kathy's mom hails ultimately her ancestors from Kerry. And now everybody stand up. Her father's family hails from Cork, as does Patricia's now. She's married to George, her husband over here. Thank you for coming, George. They have a son, Jack. And her success really is an American success story. She comes from a family of 6 children in Fairfield County in Connecticut. Her dad passed at a young age of 57. And Kathy had the experience of watching her mom really grapple with financial worries, which made her realize her mission was to educate women and others on how to make money work for them. And she now devotes her career helping others invest money for their retirement, which is a big deal. Professionally, Kathy, you could look at any magazine, not just the one here tonight, Fortune, any other magazine. She's one of the most powerful women in the US. And all that's true, and I could stop right there, and oh my gosh, what a successful person. That's not what impresses me about Kathy. I looked at a video about what Kathy does, and here's this incredibly successful woman with all these people working for her, and she comes into work and listens to her clients. And let me just say, for privacy, she's not taking their names down, but anyways, there's this story about Kathy listening about this man, as well as many others, and he had a disability, and he said, please make sure my daughters get to college. Please make sure my daughters get to college. I don't know anybody at Kathy's level that sits and listens to people's stories in that way, on their way to work, on their way home. And Kathy will talk about how she's very fortunate to work for a private company so they can invest in her clients, but haven't heard her speak. She wouldn't, I think if she was anywhere, she invests in people. She cares about people. And yes, she's successful, but that to me is what really, really matters. These aren't all wealthy people that Fidelity's dealing with. These are people that need people to help them to learn how to invest. And there are people from all walks of life and economics that need help. Given the situation in our country with retirement schemas and how they're falling by the wayside, given the difference in education and how people need to be educated in that, and how they're displaced by technology, knowing that someone like Kathy Murphy, with her smarts and mostly her caring, is at the helm of what's happening to 20 million Americans' retirement accounts, my gosh, that makes me feel good, and it should make you feel good, and you probably want to open an account with her, and I'm not making money on that. There are 3 types of people in this world, as my mother would point out to me. There are those that make things happen, there are those that watch things happen, and there are those that say, what happened? Kathy Murphy is a person that makes things happen. She's results-oriented, she's smart, she's making a tremendous impact on the world, and for that, we should all be very, very grateful. So I'd imagine that both the United States and the Emerald Isle are very proud to call her daughter. She embodies the American dream, not just because of her financial success, but because of the successful way she deals with people. As most nights, I will leave you with a Irish blessing. And it goes like this, and of course it's by Anonymous. May God bless those who love us, and those that don't, may he turn their hearts. And if he can't turn their hearts, may he turn their ankles so we know them by their limp. Having said that, geez, we are so lucky to be blessed to have someone like Kathy Murphy in our country, in our lives, taking care of our retirement plans. I really, honestly, God, can't think of a better person, so please give her a warm welcome.